I'm not doing it. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Don't.
I'm not.
I'm finna shoot your ass.
Don't shoot.
I'm
Don't
finna shoot your ass. Don't. Drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Here are the instances when officers encountered life-threatening criminals, beginning with the incident involving an aggressive offender who unexpectedly fired at police using an AR-type rifle.
Whoa!
On March 8th, 2024, officers from the Hamilton Township Police Department responded to a report about a domestic dispute. Like many domestic reports, they approached with care, aware how rapidly things can escalate, but they had no clue just how risky this one would get. When they arrived, they spoke with a female relative at the location. As they tried to evaluate the situation, the woman disclosed some major warning signs about the suspect. But the officers brushed it off and were soon about to pay a steep price for that.
Dive way too much tree.
Okay.
I don't really quite understand what he's upset about, but it's a little bit out of control. He does have a lot of guns in the basement, is a hunter, things like that. He's not specifically, that I am not able to reach him.
Okay.
I don't really understand what's happening.
So he's not. He's just.
No, he's calling us all kinds of names, all very derogatory, things like that. He's not saying I'm gonna kill you.
I see.
Nothing like that. No, but.
And what's his name?
Vincent.
The woman alerted them the suspect was a hunter and the basement was loaded with firearms. She stated clearly he was in a volatile mental condition and might do something horrific. But despite the alert, they proceeded swiftly. As they stepped into the house, they had no clue this situation was about to become a full-scale nightmare.
Where is he right now?
He's probably in the basement. If one, I can lead you through. It's not a bad situation.
I got you. Whoa! Oh shit!
It was a dreadful encounter. The suspect, 44-year-old Vincent Correa, was inside the house when he suddenly unleashed fire with a semi-automatic rifle. During the exchange, both Officer Derek Fiaban and Officer Piramali were struck. Despite being injured, Officer Piramali fired back alongside his teammate, helping bring the danger to a close. Once the shooting ceased, additional officers and medics rushed in to aid Correa, but he was declared dead at the scene. Both officers were taken to the hospital and survived. As the officers in this case were fortunate to survive, the officers in our next case faced even worse danger when a suspect came walking directly toward them with a weapon.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Man! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
On September 13th, 2024, HPD officers were sent to a domestic dispute at an apartment complex and walked into a highly dangerous and unstable situation. A woman had dialed 911 after escaping her apartment in fear, stating that her 45-year-old boyfriend was possibly intoxicated and had attempted to physically harm her. When officers got to the location, they found the woman out on the street, but did not expect to find her in a bad situation like this.
There she is.
Where?
We need something to cover her up with.
44, that's quick.
Need a shirt. Yeah, hold on.
One second.
We're gonna try to get something. Okay. Yes, it is. Hey, what's going on? Is he's in there?
Yes, I left him there. I don't know what he's on. He's on something. It smells like it could be wet. I don't know. I smell something on his breath.
That's not him, right?
No.
Who's that?
Oh, no. What is this?
Okay. Does he have any guns in there?
I think he does have one.
The woman was visibly rattled by the incident. Officers quickly gave her a coat and offered assistance. Based on what she shared with them, the suspect was highly dangerous and possibly armed, making the situation even more severe. Recognizing the danger, more officers were brought in, but even with support, they had no idea they still weren't enough to stop the disaster that was about to unfold that night. Officers started searching the area around the complex, but found nothing until one officer noticed the 45-year-old man, shirtless and appearing enraged after spotting police nearby.
Hey, Sean. How you doing? Yeah, are you okay?
Okay.
What's going on, buddy?
Need a flatbed wrecker, 610 westbound at Airline. Need a flatbed wrecker at 610 westbound at Airline.
Sean. Okay, relax. Relax. Just calm down. Talk to me. What's that?
Do me a favor. I'm just going to my house and everything else. Do me a favor. No,
not even do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Crossfire.
Relax.
Crossfire.
Relax. Relax, Sean. Hey,
Put it down.
Put it down. Back up.
I'm not doing nothing, man.
Sean.
30, hold there. 30, hold there.
I'm not doing nothing, man.
Hey, put it down, Sean.
I'm not doing nothing.
We're here to help you, buddy. Relax.
Put it down.
Put it down.
The suspect declined to drop the weapon. He appeared totally unstable, like he might do something horrific at any moment. Despite repeated orders, he began stepping backward and attempted to flee from the scene. But that proved to be a very poor decision. Officers pursued him and more units closed in around the complex, cornering him in the center. And that's when a tragedy occurred.
Hey, Sean, drop the gun. 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 Drop the gun.
I'm not.
Drop the gun. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Put your hands up!
Let us see your hands!
Hey, put your hands up!
As the suspect kept approaching with the weapon in hand, 2 Houston officers fired their weapons, hitting him. They quickly secured the area, called for medics, and began providing him medical assistance. He was taken to the hospital, but was later declared dead. His name has not yet been officially released. Next up, you'll witness how a violent suspect easily overpowered an officer and came frighteningly close to ending his life. On June 7th, 2025, in the late afternoon, a disturbing event unfolded when a suspect severely injured an officer. It began when a deputy from the Orange County Sheriff's Office responded to a report about a suspicious person behind the Save discount shop. When the deputy arrived, he saw the man, and at first, the suspect appeared calm and compliant. But little did the deputy know, that was just a trap for his wicked plan.
Hey, boss. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, be careful. Alright, hold on. Kali tayo po. Fuck you doing, bro? Fuck you.
The suspect, later named as 24-year-old Charles S. Fleur, tried to run from the scene with his bag. But when the deputy attempted to detain him, a brutal struggle broke out that quickly took a risky turn. Fleur was carrying 2 lethal weapons and seemed ready to use them to flee at any price. Luckily, the deputy managed to wrest both firearms away and toss them aside, but the danger was far from over. Uzi. The officer got extremely lucky. St. Fleur was strong and managed to overpower the deputy and grabbed his firearm to carry out his violent act. But just in time, the deputy got to his feet and fired his duty weapon, hitting him. Additional units were soon called and they provided urgent medical aid. Paramedics took St. Fleur to the hospital where he was listed in stable condition and survived. The deputy was also admitted due to severe head trauma. The suspect was charged with several felonies and the trial is ongoing. Next up, you'll see how a dangerous suspect suddenly ambushed an officer and left her seriously wounded.
Come out of the...
On April 14th, 2022, dispatch received a call about a man who was allegedly hurting himself. But when officers arrived to assist, the situation quickly turned fatal. 2 officers from the Phoenix Police Department responded to a fuel station after a worried woman called for help. But they had no clue just how serious things were about to become. But before we get into the full story, let's listen to the 911 call
Phoenix
first.
911, where's your emergency?
It's at East Beardsley. I'm not there right now. I'm at the gas station, but,
Okay, and you're at the gas station? What happened?
yeah, I just left the car, but he's trying to stuff. I don't know, but he's just...
Okay, we'll get some help. Okay. Is that a house or an apartment? Okay, is there a number?
Can you just send an ambulance and not the police? Because he's like crazy right now.
What is he doing to himself, or what's going on? First of all, is it a lot number?
He's taking a bat to his head and to his body, like legs and arms. Yeah, and then he has a cord around his neck, and I took the cord off once, and then he just
The situation was intense from the start. The woman informed dispatch that her 35-year-old Nicholas Cowan was going through a mental health emergency and needed urgent assistance. She decided to meet officers at the gas station and away from her residence, fearing that bringing them straight to the house might cause a violent conflict. But even with that measure, things quickly spun out of control once officers arrived and spoke with her.
Oh my god, that's him. Oh my god, that's him.
Right here in this window?
Yep, in this Prius.
Oh. Hey, come on! He's right here! Come out of the...
Oh my god!
The female officer was seriously hurt by the gunfire and collapsed. As Cowan began shooting, her partner quickly took cover and fired back, but Cowan shot again and then escaped the area. Shockingly, the same woman who had dialed 911 picked him up afterward, helping him avoid police for several days. A citywide manhunt followed, and a community tip eventually led officers to a location where Cowan was hiding. After hours of negotiation, he surrendered without resistance. It was later confirmed that he had been injured during the gunfight. Cowan was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, assault on police, and unlawful flight. He was sentenced to 68 years in prison. The woman who helped him get away was also charged. The wounded officer was hospitalized, had surgery, and spent over a week in recovery before being moved to rehab. She eventually returned home to recover with her family. Next up, you'll see how another officer faced a true nightmare when a suspect suddenly drew a firearm on him and intended to use it. On December 8th, 2021, a 911 report about a disturbance at an apartment complex turned deadly within seconds when the suspect aimed a weapon at a rookie officer. Officer Andrew Ash, with just over a year on the job, was the first to arrive. As he stepped into a breezeway between apartment units, he came face to face with 40-year-old Antoine Demon Hill, and things escalated dangerously almost instantly.
Can I receive what you have? Okay, put it down on the ground.
Wait, y'all, wait! You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. Go.
Okay, stay right there. Do not move. Stay right there.
What?
Just stay over there.
Please, sir. Please. Please. Please don't do that.
73, I gotta get out with the gun. I'm not doing anything. Look, I'm not doing, don't shoot. Don't shoot.
I'm not.
I'm finna shoot your ass.
Don't
punk.
shoot.
I'm
Don't
finna shoot your bitch ass. Don't. Drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it. Shot fired. The guy has a gun over here. Isabella.
Hill escaped the area immediately. In a sudden and aggressive action, he reached into his pocket, drew a handgun, and aimed it directly at Officer Ash. Ash fired one shot in return, but it was too late. Hill wasn't struck. The situation escalated quickly. Hill ran off and entered a nearby unit where he locked himself inside. After several intense hours of negotiations, Hill eventually gave up peacefully without any more violence or harm. He was later charged with aiming a weapon at a law enforcement officer and illegal possession of a firearm as a convicted felon. Next, you'll witness how a suspect with an AK-style rifle suddenly opened fire on officers who were only there to assist. On March 1st, 2024, HPD officers T. Kang and D. Sango were sent to an apartment complex after a 911 call reported an assault in progress. The caller described an active and potentially dangerous situation inside one of the units. As the officers arrived and moved down the hallway, they had no idea they were about to walk into a full-scale nightmare and face a fatal encounter that would alter their lives forever. The suspect inside the unit suddenly swung open the apartment door and without any warning began shooting at the officers. Both officers fired back while diving for cover behind nearby objects. They immediately requested backup and kept their focus on the door, uncertain if the suspect would emerge again. As more officers showed up and secured the hallway, they didn't realize a woman was still inside attempting to escape. Once she was safely evacuated, officers slowly advanced toward the unit, still unsure of the suspect's status or if he was waiting to launch another ambush.
Come on in. Hey, watch the crossfire. Hey, hold on. Let's get the shield first. Hold on, we got it right here. Okay, you're still there.
You right?
Get lined up. Yeah. Show your hand. Show your hand. Show your hand. What's his name? What's his name? Randy, show your hand, Randy.
HPD, if you ain't gonna come out.
As officers entered the unit, they discovered the suspect dead, fatally hit by gunfire sustained during the shootout. When officers T. Kang and D. Sanmango returned fire inside, they recovered an AK-style pistol and another semi-automatic handgun, showing the suspect was ready for a serious confrontation. In a rare stroke of fortune, neither Officer Kang nor Officer Samgo was harmed during the exchange. The suspect's identity has not been publicly revealed. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel.